Hey guys, this is FalseWolves123, and so I thought I would do like a little mini episode right now, because it's about 4:30 in the evening. So I want to talk to you guys, film a little bit, and then hit it on for that Samhain pie. I bought some Gala apples this morning, if you remember the beginning of this part of this episode. And so today I'm going to show you something that's pretty interesting to me, my Commonplace book. So a commonplace book is essentially a journal, but it's a bit madcap. So you can basically add anything to it. It's like writing your personal thoughts, but also observations, notes, quotes. Basically just a gathering of personal information that you would like to use. And so I thought that was a delightful idea, and so I decided to make one. I actually just finished up decorating it, so well, except for the back cover, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. I just finished decorating the front and the spine, and I thought that I'd show it to you guys and show you another one of my pretty interesting collection of notebooks. You thought that unboxing video was all my notebooks? You were incorrect. I might have a problem. So this is my Commonplace book 1. I don't have any sequels or anything like that yet, but, you gotta think for the future. And when I have, a bunch of these, they're gonna look so nice, all, sequenced. So, you can, see the detail here. This was a Pilot white marker. And so, I'm going to open it up and show you the contents. So, it begins with, tarot cards. And this just has all of the basic information. You have the title for it, the alternate titles if they have any, the basic symbolic interpretation for it, and then, interpretations for both upright and reversed. So, in my Nanobook wiki, we actually have a tarot card page that is very similar to this. We compiled it because it's used a lot in the storyline for symbolism. And so I actually made this before the Nanobook ARG, but it's actually something that I've been kind of into because it's interesting, and I like to study a lot of those weird things like that. So you can see these are just representations. These are copies of the Rider-Waite deck, but they obviously drawn by hand. Well, some of the other Rider-Waites were drawn by hand, but you know what I mean. They're not printed. This was, let's see, done by basic colored pencil. I'm pretty sure all of these were done by colored pencil, actually. I made a tradition. There we go. So I'll pause on each one just so if you want, you can, stop and read it. And let's see. So I only did the sketch up to, let's see, Arcana 4. Let's see, the Emperor. So I never actually colored that one in, but I did color the Empress in. And then these are just basically blank. It's a lot of work to finally get these made, but once I do, they're going to look excellent. Just one of these days, I'll just draw 22, pages. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. You wouldn't think there was that many pages, but... So the beginning is a little bit empty. So how to make tea, never really filled that one in. Oh, this is, let's see, Spanish conjugations, always lovely. And a journal, which kind of rambles off into, looks like JavaScript. Then this is supposed to be the rules of beer pong, which I never finished past the diagram. And finally, where we get to the present usage of it. So I basically stopped using this for quite a bit, and then we jumped to the present. I did this about a month ago when I was starting my content network. So this is a list of full moons. It basically just lists, what the general name for them are, any alternate titles here, and then the dates for the next 3 years. So the reason why I made this is because it's also tied into actually the Nanobook ARG. So in the month of September, we had this event that we were calling Stabfest, and I can't remember which user started it in the Discord, but it became the general, joke. And I remember there was actually an emote that was made. It was I think it was at Hugh's dad or something. I'll put the name up there on the screen. But give me a second. Oh yeah, so basically we thought that something was going to happen on the full moon just because there was all of this information tied in with social media posts and all the other stuff. And so we were waiting and waiting, right? It's September 15th, I believe. And so something was going to happen. It actually happened the day after, which during the Abby and Gracie live stream. If you want to read a synopsis of that, we also have that on the wiki. But so this was just one thing that I made during that after that because I wanted to make sure that I could be caught up if that happens again. So here is this is a walk incident report followed by this is the moon blessing ritual. So if you remember it was in my archive videos. I think it was called Moon Ritual, something like that. It was day 15. And I did this for my Samhain pie. I'm actually going to go bake that later on today, so you can catch more information about that once again in my description. You can check that once again in my description, and it's going to be right there under my RJ's Diner link. So moving on, we have a food journal. So this is to help me get better at food writing. I've been trying to work on my restaurant reviews and recipe writing in 2 of my food blogs. I just mentioned the last one, but I also have my RJ's Eat, which is restaurant reviews. I'm currently in Coos Bay, and I'm on a pretty strict budget with my moving, so it's not the best fare. But once we get there right now, I'm on a pretty tight schedule, so I can't really get you the best fare for the descriptions. But once I move into Medford, I'm going to have a lot better food culture. And I'm going to show you how to eat well and on a budget. So then we move on to moon phases. And this just ties in. I want you to know a lot more about how the moon works in case that symbolism is important. Zodiac seasons for the same way. And then how to dye hair. I'm actually planning on dyeing my hair for my Halloween costume later on today. So hopefully that works out. I'm going to try to post on Instagram too, so you should be able to see that. Then let's see. This is more work stuff. And this is for my actual other channel. So Vox Pop Explained. I'm working on the editing for the Hope Diamond right now. But it really sucks just because. So I'm working on the editing for the Hope Diamond video right now, but it's ridiculous. For more, it wants me to charge them $69 for basically to buy the software. Otherwise, my videos will have this huge watermark on them, which is very ugly. So right now, guys, the vlog is going to be done in for more ago, and I'm kind of reaching the limits of the editing software, so I'm kind of hoping that I can get into something a bit more technical. But I'm glad that I found something that I could, bite my teeth into to get a grip on this, how it works. If you guys have any suggestions for a good, what is it called? Video editing software, good, an audio software. I'm using Audacity right now, and that works for my needs, but yeah, if you guys have any, suggestions for, tech or, software, totally comment below in the comments, tell me, because I am totally new at this. But basically, British Nobility is for the Princess Di. It's for the Princess Di video. So it's actually really interesting. There's a lot of strange factors that contribute to her death, but there's also this huge conspiracy about what happened that day. That started this thing called Operation Paget. And they had to disprove every single conspiracy theory, and it lasted for 8 years. And it was just absolutely crazy. Proving everything. And this is my last page. These are little tabs of receipts that I got from Walmart. So they're all just the little things that print out of the codes. It's nothing these are all just error messages. None of it's personal, anything like that. This one is, let's see, this prints out of the machine when you, give me a second. This prints out of the machine basically as a just like, print run test. It prints all the characters and pumps it out. This one just proves that you put the receipt paper incorrectly. A bunch of these are just like, error messages. And the one up there is just a code list. And those are basically just like kind of 10 codes. Not 10 codes. Well, I guess 200 codes, but you know what I mean. Basically, they're just all little things that allow me to call the manager. They send requests in the system. You can't really do much about. They're literally just one-way things. I can't communicate with anyone, and half the time the machine freezes because they need a manager to approve a coupon, But that's a bit of shop talk, and, shop talk's not always the most interesting. I know I dropped a lot of names on you today, but, feel free to check out the rest of my content. I have that Semi Pie coming up, and you can see some of my actual high cooking side. And I also, got a Rush review that I'm going to be hitting in pretty soon, so you can check out more of my actual critiquing voice. Feel free to comment on any of my blogs. I would love to hear any advice on my writing or any suggestions for new places to explore. I'm really excited to go back to Oregon, and not to Oregon, to Medford, and I'm a little bit scared too. But guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here for my moving story, and there's going to be a lot more updates on that too. So I'm releasing this video now. I'm also going to be releasing my 24-hour vlog video, and it's going to be a bit. I'm processing a lot of video, and sometimes it takes a lot of storage space on your camera roll. I'm going to get through it though, and because I'm going to stay with you guys. I'm going to stay connected. And I'm just glad that you're here for listening, so, thanks. Anyway, guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and ring that notification bell if you're into it. This is False Fools 1237 off. Peace. Oh, do you remember